Okay, today we're going to talk more about some specific cranial nerves, starting with the optic nerve. Let's break it into sections, and we'll start with the anatomy of the optic nerve. Let's look at the whole system, starting with the eyes. So looking at this illustration, you see that you've got two eyes, and on the back of each eye, you have a retina. The retina is the sensory organ of your eye. It is the thing that allows you to see, so that when the light comes through the pupil, that little hole in the front of your eye, it travels back to the back of the eye and hits the retina, where the light stimulates the retina. And that sensory information generated at the retina is then transmitted back along the optic nerve to the occipital lobes, where it's received and processed as vision. Now let's get a little bit more specific. You can see that each retina, you've got one retina in each eye, but each retina has a right and left portion, or a lateral and medial portion. So looking at the right eye, right retina, you see that there's a right portion to the retina and a left portion to the retina, and the same over here. And going with that, as you leave the retina and look at the optic nerve, you have a section of optic nerve that services the lateral portions of the retina, and a section of optic nerve that services the medial portions of the retinas. So if you look at the lateral retina in each eye, you see that there is a lateral portion of the optic nerve. If we follow this from the left eye, left portion of the retina, you see that there is a portion of the optic nerve, this dark line here, that starts on the left side of the body and continues on the left side of the body until it reaches the left side of the brain. Same thing is happening over here. There is a lateral portion to the right optic nerve here that is sending information from the right portion of the right retina to the ipsilateral occipital lobe. But looking at the medial portions of the optic nerve here, you can see that they are not staying on the same side of the body, they are crossing. So the point at which the medial portions of the right and left optic nerve cross is known as the optic chiasm. That's right here. So walking through this, you can see that in the left eye, the right portion of the retina in the left eye, there is a portion of the left optic nerve that leaves the left eye, but doesn't stay on the left side of the body. It crosses to the right side of the body to end up sending its information to the right occipital lobe. And the same thing happens here. Looking at the right eye, there is a right portion of the retina in the right eye. No, excuse me. A left portion of the retina in the right eye. And then looking at the medial portion of the right optic nerve here, you can see that it doesn't stay on the right side of the body. It crosses from the right side to the left side to end up sending its afferent information to the left occipital lobe. Looking at the same thing here on one of my drawings, but now we have color. You can see that all the red wires end up on the left occipital lobe, all the blue wires end up on the right occipital lobe because of the medial portions of the optic nerve decussating at the optic chiasm